Have you noticed lately? Fewer people are carrying cash. No more coins jingling in pockets. No more bills exchanged at the counter. Just a quick tap, swipe, or scan. And boom, transaction complete. But what if I told you that this convenience comes at a cost? One far greater than you've ever imagined? Welcome to the future, or maybe the trap. This is the cashless society, and today we're going to explore what it really means, who's behind it, and most importantly, why it might be the most dangerous financial shift in modern history. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you might never look at digital money the same way again. Let's start with the obvious. Cash is dying. Across the globe, from New York to New Delhi, physical money is vanishing. In places like Sweden, cash transactions now make up less than 1% of their economy. In China, QR codes dominate every shopfront. Even your favorite coffee spot probably hasn't seen a dollar bill in days. And at first glance, it seems harmless, even efficient. No fumbling for change, no risk of theft, everything fast, clean, digital. But here's where it gets scary. Once cash disappears, you lose control over your own money. You see, with cash, you can buy what you want, when you want, without anyone knowing. It's anonymous. It's private. But when everything becomes digital, every single transaction you make is recorded, forever. Where you spend, how much you spend, even what you spend on, all logged, analyzed, and stored by banks, governments, and corporations. That coffee? Tracked. That book you bought? Tracked. That donation to a controversial cause? Yep, tracked. This isn't just about convenience, it's about surveillance. Now imagine this. One day you go to pay for something, and your card declines. Not because you have no money, but because your account was flagged. Maybe you said something online that got noticed. Maybe you missed a tax payment. Maybe you just bought the wrong thing. In a cashless society, access to your own money is no longer guaranteed. It's permission-based, and that's where things turn dark. Enter central bank digital currencies, CBDCs. If you haven't heard of them yet, you will. Governments around the world are racing to replace traditional money with digital tokens issued directly by central banks. Sounds futuristic, right? But CBDCs are not crypto. They are programmable, trackable, and, if authorities choose, controllable. Imagine money that expires after 30 days unless you spend it, or money that can only be spent on approved items, or worse, as money that shuts off completely if your social credit score drops too low. This isn't science fiction. This is already being tested in countries like China, Nigeria, and even pilot programs in the EU and US. But let's pause for a moment. Who actually benefits from a cashless society? Spoiler alert, it's not you. It's banks, tech giants, and governments. They get total visibility and control over the financial system. They can tax every transaction, freeze accounts at will, and shape economic behavior using monetary incentives or restrictions. Meanwhile, small businesses suffer from higher transaction fees, unbanked communities get left behind, and privacy, once a human right, becomes a privilege reserved for the elite. And let's not forget cyber risk. Digital money is vulnerable to hacks, outages, and system failures. What happens if a cyber attack hits the central banking system? What if your account is locked in error? With cash, your wallet never crashes. Your money doesn't need a password. But in the cashless world, a single glitch could mean you can't buy food for your family. That's not convenience. That's vulnerability. Now let's dive into something even more uncomfortable. Control and manipulation. Imagine a world where financial incentives are tied to behavior. What you say online, what you post, who you associate with. Already we see people getting deplatformed on social media. But what happens when getting debanked becomes just as common? When your opinions affect your access to basic resources? It's not paranoia. It's already happening in isolated cases. And in a fully cashless society, there's no escape hatch. No offline option. No plan B. So, should you be worried? Yes, but not panicked. The goal of this video isn't to scare you, it's to wake you up, to help you ask the right questions. Who controls the money in a cashless world? Who watches the watchers? And what happens when the same institutions that print the money also decide if you're allowed to use it? Here's what you can do. Start by understanding the system. Learn about how digital money works. Understand blockchain, crypto, and privacy-focused technologies. Diversify how you store value, whether that's physical assets like gold, decentralized finance tools, or even building your own business. Support cash-friendly businesses. Speak up when legislation threatens financial privacy. And never forget, freedom isn't free, and financial freedom is one of the most important freedoms we have. So, next time someone tells you, cash is dead, you'll know better. It's not just paper we're losing, it's privacy, control, and independence. The cashless society is coming. But the real question is, are you ready for it? If you found this video helpful, drop a comment below with "Cash equals freedom." Smash that like button, share this with a friend who needs to hear it, and make sure you subscribe. Because this channel is here to challenge the narrative and ask the hard questions. Until next time, stay smart, stay free, and stay cash conscious.